All right, guys. All right, here we are. You guys see the title. Shout out to my bro, Just Savvy, bro. Shout out to him, man, because he definitely makes some really good content. Very underrated in my opinion, but honestly, I feel like he deserves a lot more credit, and it's a really good video here, and I wanted to do a reaction to it as well. So we're going to get into it without further ado.
Like the video, and I'm gonna get right into it, man. I'm gonna base it off my perspective and off perspective of other attractive men that I've talked to or like stuff that I've seen on the internet, and we'll make it as real and true as possible. So
Hey,
you see
that
what we got
little
here.
boy, he got the PowerPoint up, man. Hey, respect the craft, man. Respect the work, bro. Straight up.
Let's go ahead and pull the slideshow up. Y'all ain't come for no crazy visuals, right? Y'all just came to see how, yeah. So attractive men's worlds, right? We're gonna start off with family dynamics. So family members, right, may compare the siblings or cousins, if you have siblings or cousins, creating pressure to live up to the good looking one. Okay?
Hmm.
How many of y'all have had your parents, if you have siblings or cousins, look at you like the golden child? Like you have to be the one to do better and do great things, and you have like all this pressure on you.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of feel that way from my dad. I kind of feel like my dad expects a lot from me. It seems like it seems like I don't want to say it like that, but I feel like it seems kind of like favoritism when it comes to everything because he always seems like I'm the one that gets the check on. I guess you could say it like that, like the one that he expects the most from. I would say that more so.
To just be great. Like that could possibly be because you're attractive, right?
Shout
I
out
can
to
only
you,
speak from
Rasta. Shout out
experience.
to you,
My
Casual.
parents, just in general, have always wanted me to do
Appreciate
the
y'all
best for
jumping
myself.
along.
They've always pushed me. So, and I have brothers and sisters. I'm not saying like this has happened to me, but I'm sure if you are have a big family, it's probably happened to you before. So, that's one thing that could happen, right? And this one's kind of same over expectation. Attractive men can face higher expectations in dating, career, and personal life from relatives. So,
Facts.
kind of the same thing. Just they hold you to a higher standard because you look a certain way. They expect you to be doing big things, right? And it can almost feel like you're disappointing them when you're not because that's your family.
And it's off of just straight up off of a look, just straight up off of how you look. When your family just, oh, you got this, oh, you should be doing this, oh, you got that, and it definitely can go like that. Definitely can. You could just be wanting to live a nice, normal, little, like, um, what would they call that? Frugal lifestyle or something. It wouldn't be enough for them. They would feel like you're not living up to your potential.
Right? You want to do good. You want them to be proud of you, but it can always feel like a reversal of effect, like them pushing you so hard and say you're not accomplishing what you wanted. It can kind of feel like you're letting them down, right? Or like you could kind of kill your self esteem. So that's one another thing, right? And then there's dismissed struggles. This is a big one. Okay,
Mm.
family may downplay their challenges, assuming their looks give them an easy life. So if
Crazy
you're
work.
attractive, right, your parents might be attractive, obviously, because if you're attractive, they might be attractive. But we live in a different society now, right? Especially older people, they don't know like looks is currency nowadays. So like they think that, oh, since you're attractive, right, life is easy. It's
That's that dynamic I was always telling y'all about. Now they think that your life is easy. So this is what's going to make it hard for you to go and try to ask your family for something for help or something like that because they feel like you got it together because of how you look. Even if you are going through the huzz or or you having good success for like women and stuff like that, that doesn't necessarily equate to like life. If you know what I mean. Yeah, okay, of course you can get some chicks and you can pull some chicks. You can even pull some chicks if you was like stand on a bridge or stand with your mama, stand anywhere. Like you just the whole thing is it's easier when it comes to like access to women. It doesn't come easier when it comes to like access to resources. Not as of yet if you haven't like pretty much leveraged your looks in a certain degree. You know, you could be falling on hard times or something like that. You need to get on your feet first and then be able to like leverage stuff as well. Because as an attractive man, you do have the power to leverage your looks, but it doesn't happen overnight either. You see what I mean? Like it's not just things are not going to just open the door for you. You still got to put yourself out there. You know what I mean? Like for brand deals or modeling or something, like you still got to put yourself out there some type of way. So even with the leveraging thing, and they be like, "Oh, you look like this. You should be doing this. You should be doing that." But you know, it's just so much. That's a lot of pressure, and the fact that you feel like, "Oh, dang," you don't want to disappoint them, so you don't really want to go to talk to them about this. You know what I mean? So it's that too. So it's on both ends. You expecting them to feel a certain way, and you, you know, sabotaging yourself and asking. You don't really want to ask them for help. You don't really want to ask nobody for shit.
It could be far from the truth in some cases because, again, you're expected more. If you're not doing more, it can almost feel like you're a disappointment, right, to yourself. And sometimes attractiveness comes with its own challenges. Yes, life gets easier to a certain extent. You get certain treatments, pretty privilege, handsome privilege if you're
So
a
what you
man,
do?
but they both being unattractive and attractive come with their cons, right? It's like which one would you rather be? You feel me? But I think that people assume a lot, not just in family, because you look good. Oh, you just have life easy because you're just attractive. Like they just associate. It's like part of the halo effect. They associate you when they see you with good things because you look good, right?
Mm-hmm.
If somebody's gonna look at an unattractive person, especially if say there's an unattractive person in your family, and they're gonna look at them and they're not gonna see that halo effect because they don't look good. Like there's nothing.
And that's the craziest part. You go through the whole lookism thing. Even it starts in the house. It starts with your family. Then you go out when you was little kids and school and stuff like that. And kids treat other kids a certain way about how they look. So looks is just about everything, especially when you're like younger and stuff like that. So yeah, they're going to expect a lot more from you because, like you said earlier, looks are currency. And if they feel like you're not leveraging that currency, then you're not doing well at all. You know, they're looking like, oh, you look so good. If I look like what they're really thinking is, if I look like that, this is what I would be doing. If I look like that, this is what I. They don't understand that it's not just it's not a walk in the park like that. You see what I mean? That's a perceived notion.
To oh, there's nothing about them special, right? So that's why this happens. Okay, it's a halo effect. They downplay your challenges because they think that you don't have any just because of your exterior looks good, but if on the inside you could really be going through some shit. So yeah, let's move on to the next environment, right? Workplace. Okay, this is a big one, right?
Oh,
Attractive men are often
hey, y'all already
assumed to
know how I
be
feel about the
competent or
workplace. Y'all already know how I feel about that, bro. Let's get into it. See what's up.
charismatic even before proving themselves. Okay, let's talk about this. This is also the halo effect. Also, the halo effect. You are held to a higher standard when you're attractive automatically. There are certain
Hold on, let me go.
preconceptions because you stand out, you're held to, right? So,
Yep, and because you stand out, now your challenges walk in. You could know nothing about this job. You see what I'm saying? You can know nothing about none of this. You have none of the skills or nothing like that. But they're going to automatically assume that okay, the training is going to go smooth, or you have automatic competence just because of you standing out in other environments. See, they're looking at your dating potential and your potential to get women and draw people to you. As you know, that halo effect doesn't really translate to the work environment because it's not the same as having someone that has skills and actually competence to be able to do the job's tasks. Having aura and other like environments and stuff like that, and having people drawn to you and being able to attract women doesn't necessarily equate to having working skills. You see what I mean? So yeah, that's the discrepancy.
Before you even open your mouth, might already assume that you're capable, or they're gonna assume you're dumb. There's no in between. They're gonna see you're stupid because you're attractive. You don't have to be smart, or they're gonna think you're really smart because you look good. So with me, people think I'm like the smartest person ever, and I'm smart. Like I know how to research. I know how to use AI to get to solutions faster. I'm no different from nobody else. But people automatically think, oh, I'm smart or I can do things, or when they listen to me in workplace settings because I am attractive. So if you find that if you're in workplace settings and people automatically go with what you're saying to do, they listen to you, they also might see you as a leader. Maybe you are in a management position and people will respect you and they listen to you. That is a good sign, you're very attractive, and that's how you're perceived in that environment. You're perceived as competent,
Um,
right?
that can also be like a double edged sword too, like because of the fact that they're willing to listen to you and just go along with what you're saying, but you can even you don't even have to be able to really know what the hell you're doing for them to be saying that. And the thing is, like, even if like like the perceived notion of you being smart, like what if you're not like smart when it comes to like those job related tasks or job related skills and stuff like that, but you're smart in other areas. So basically, because they had that expectation of you at the job, they're gonna look at you as a dumbass because you don't really know what you're doing. Like, no, like you see what I'm saying? My competence may not be here at the moment because I probably hasn't had the training or experience or nothing like that. But that doesn't mean that that I'm like stupid as people will do that. They'll make it seem like just because you don't know how to do your job at the moment, they'll try to assume that that you're slow or something like that. And you remember, like, and whenever you're an attractive man, everything is times 10. So if you go, like he said, on one end of the spectrum, they're gonna let you look at you as smart, and the other end, they're gonna look at you as dumb. There's never really any in between. Like, so they'll the halo effect works for and against you in that point in time, but it's not really that deep, but it can get that deep. You see what I mean? It can be in a lot of these situations when it's drastic and people start coming to you with stuff like, bro, I just started working here too. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, the perceived notion of just because you have aura on the outside
Attractive people.
and you have aura with women and environments and stuff, you stand out as an attractive man. That doesn't equal, job related, skills and stuff like that. But for some reason, they try to like make that correlation. It's crazy.
Often are moved up in management because they look good. Who doesn't want to listen to somebody who's attractive and is tall or whatever, has muscles? So here we go. Next point. Colleagues, especially other men, may view them as competition, potentially leading to subtle hostility. I've spoken about this on my channel a few times. This is a big one, right? Especially other men. Don't let them be your manager, your boss. It could be difficult for you. I'm just saying.
Oh yes, it definitely can, and I've definitely gone through that. I've told you guys about that. I told you guys about the Casanova guy, that manager type guy that he was always trying to talk to all the chicks and stuff like that, but it ended up seeing me as a threat. So he tried to come over and be like buddy with me, but I really wasn't with that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't with that shit like that. I wasn't finna try to sit there and like coddle and be up under him just because, whatever. So when he figured out that I wasn't fucking with him, that's when all the bullshit started happening. And then on top of that, all it takes is for the girl that he been trying to go after to see you and like start talking to you over him and start like, because most likely in a lot of these cases, these guys have been grooming these girls for a while. Like they've been walking by, flirting with them, doing all kind of stuff. So you already know how it is when the manager's putting the moves on the subordinates. We all know what that look like, especially the little Casanova supervisor dynamic type shit. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about when it comes to that. So the fact is, they have to put in a lot of work to be doing that. Even though they're at that position, they still have to do the most to be seen by the chicks. They still got to go by and check on them, do all the other shit, right? So you walking in that job and environment and just walking in there. You're just walking in there, but you're garnering the attention that he wished he could get, that he's working hard to get. He's taking these chicks out for lunch and, promising them things, probably giving them extra hours, little stuff like that, promising them probably new positions. You never know how they be operating, but I'm pretty sure they're operating as if you can get something. Pretty much how they operate is you can get something if you fuck with me, because you see me in this position, I can help you, move up in this bitch. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's their game to try to get the chicks, to come back with them and all that kind of shit right there. That's their move to try to get the chicks. So if you just walk in there as an attractive man and you don't have to do none of that shit, oh, it's a problem. You ain't got to do none of that shit. Yeah. So you're gonna have him doing all kind of power moves, and now he mugging at you. Now all of a sudden your schedule looking funny. Now all of a sudden he's starting to crack jokes in front of the chicks and trying to play super boss man in front of the chicks and acting like he's telling you what to do and all this other shit. So yeah, man.
Think about it like this: these people who work with you aren't your friends. Your boss ain't your friend. Like 9 times out of 10.
What's up with your move?
I like for my job, I love my boss. He's awesome. Like we get along and he's a great guy. So I wouldn't say this relates to me right now, but I'm just saying in
Tribulation. I'm
general,
answering a little
sometimes you
bit.
guys are gonna face this, and I
What,
have
CJ?
faced this before at other jobs, right? People will just not like you because you look good.
Facts.
And if you can get all this attention just from existing, oh yeah, they're not gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, they're not gonna fuck with you, and not only are they not gonna fuck with you, they're going to try to sabotage you. I was also going to think about making a video about how attractive men get sabotaged in the workplace. If you guys want to, because I have a personal story as well. But I think I will make that video. I might even make that tomorrow. This is inspiring me. I'll make that tomorrow. Cause this shit recently happened to me anyway. Over some bullshit. I know it was some hating ass shit, but yeah, you have the power to walk in. The fact that you have the aura and the fact that people see that, and most of those guys that you're going to be working with are pretty much going to be average guys that don't stand out. They go in the crowd. Nothing about them stands out. Nothing about them hits on any types of cylinders. Yeah, they're going to be automatically threatened, and they're automatically not going to like you for no reason though. We know the reason, but when you look out from the outside, it's really no reason at all. You don't know me, none of that shit.
You just have to accept that shit, right? It's just what comes with it. It's part of the cons of being attractive. People
Man,
just
God,
are not
what's
gonna
up
fuck
with you,
with you,
bro?
and you don't even have to even do anything
Yeah,
for them
soldier, what's
not to
up with
fuck
you,
with
bro?
you. Okay, just make sure y'all understand that, and don't take it personally. Just do you, because people are gonna hate on you. Other men, they see you. Think about it, they see you every single day, especially if you work full time, Monday through Friday, whatever your schedule is, 40 hours a week. They see you, and you all in their face.
Yep. I told y'all about this, bro. I'm telling you, work with these guys, bro. 40 hours a week, bro. That's 40 hours of hating. You know how long that is? That's 40 hours of hating. That's more than that. That's crazy. And remember that, hey, don't forget about the overtime now. Don't forget about the overtime. So your ass going to OT. They hating in the OT, G. They hating in the OT, man. That shit is insane, bro. That is insane. So think about them going to work every day, giving you that mug and hating every time they see you walk by. That got to be a miserable ass existence for them. It really does. I really had like guys, especially when I told you guys about that time when the chick brought me that lunch and said in front of everybody before we clocked in for lunch that she got this because I was handsome. Bro, I made all the enemies of the guys that was taking our ass to lunch all that time. I will never stop telling y'all that story because that created a very hostile work environment for me. Every guys I used to be dapping up, they ain't wasn't fucking with me no more. None of that shit. Over that one chick, the Amazonian chick. I ain't gonna never forget that shit. It was insane, bro. I had a few homies in there that was cool, like two of them that was cool, but they weren't really after the chick, so that's why. But all the mother, like some of the old cats that was taking the lunch and all that shit, the shit was over with, bro. I couldn't even dap them up. I couldn't even bro down with them no more. I got straight mugs from them. They weren't speaking no more. I'm talking about they literally stopped speaking to me, bro. Like I got good mornings, they used to shake my hand up, dap me up in that, bro. I wasn't getting none of that after that, bro. None of that, bro. They was pissed off at me, bro. And one time she had and got one of the guy's food that I think he took her to like Chick-fil-A or something like that. And she gave me the nuggets. Bro, that shit was insane, bro. This man bought her the food and she gave me the nuggets out that bit, bro. He walking by that bit, he saw me chewing on the nuggets, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm like this. One of them walked by, they saw me, but I ain't know if he was the one that took it. Because it was a rotation of guys taking her to lunch, trying to, put down on the chick. They were trying to put down on the chick by buying a lunch. But that shit was crazy, man. That was a crazy ass situation. I'll never forget that.
They're gonna hate, and don't let you be getting all the women in there.
That shit was crazy.
If y'all work in these, certain factory environments or retail, and you're around other men and there's women in there and they've been trying to get with the woman for years and she ain't giving them a chance, but then here you come, first week, all the girls all over you, they looking at you, you walking past them, they
shit, forget first week, first day. Shit, the first hour you walk in that bit, bro. It don't even take a week, bro. It don't even take a week at this point. Bro, the first time, bro, the chicks be plotting right then and there. Not let you work in a big place with a big staff where everybody can observe. Oh yeah, I was in that one of those spaces too. Like it was like a warehouse and it was like a place where we was distributing like sports products and stuff like that. And man, it was huge. The dynamics was huge, bro. Like, so man, it ain't even gonna take a week, bro. It's gonna take soon as you walk in that motherfucker. Chicks gonna be plotting immediately. Dude's gonna be threatened immediately. The guys that's been there, that's been trying to talk to some chicks like that, but all it takes is for them to see the chick they've been trying to talk to, look at you and check you out, and come over there and talk to you. Is over with. Enemies. You got ops right there, and you ain't did a damn thing. I'm talking about you just walking in the room and they see the chick that they've been trying to talk to, look at you and check you out. Automatic enemy. You don't even know why. You know what I'm saying? But because remember, like dudes like them try to make guard chicks that ain't even theirs when they at work and shit like that. When you're the big staff like that, and they've been trying to talk to the girl, they get mad at every guy they see the chick talking to. But let you walk in there and she just checking you out, and he had to put in the work to be in her face and try to talk to her and all this other shit. Like he chasing behind her every day. So it don't even just be 40 hours of them hating. It be 40 hours of them chasing and hating. Man, that's a double whammy, bro. So they chasing the chick that don't really necessarily want their ass, but they putting in all this work, and you just walk in and pretty much get the result they've been trying to get. They've been putting in hours and hours of time to get in an instant, bro.
Darren, they gonna hate on you. Don't let you get, have your body right. Oh, it's over. I'm telling y'all, man.
Hopefully that.
If they hate, just let them hate. Don't let that shit get to you. Because that's their problem at the end of the day. That's their insecurities. So, yeah, you will face hostility from other men, potentially, right?
Because I remember when I was at work, bro, I used to be doing like in between like little breaks and stuff like that. Like when production was down, I'll drop to the floor and do push-ups. But then they started bitching and started doing the most, complaining and stuff. So I just started going off to the side and doing them. Nobody even knew what I was doing. It got to that point because I drop down and do like 30 at that point. At that point in time, I was doing 30 for set. I do 50 push-ups a set now. But at that point in time, I was doing 30 push-ups a set, and like now all of a sudden they mad. They was making a big deal about, you shouldn't be doing push-ups. Oh, you big man. Making all them little jokes and shit and all that. But it's funny because the chicks wasn't complaining. They wasn't complaining at all. It's all, you just going and did your push-ups. When they knew I was walking off and I was coming back, they knew what I was going to do. You see what I mean? So the chicks were like, oh yeah, you just did your push-ups. Look at you and all that, and be patting on my chest. The guys be looking over, looking mad and shit like that. So I was like, bro, like, I'm telling you, bro. Like you got to stand out physique, not on top of it, and you would try. Oh man, the stand out physique already make you more attractive, even without just having it. But you got the face and the body, bro. It's crazy because you can just cover a lot more ground with that. You cover a lot more ground.
Not everybody's your friend. Just always move like that. Always. Okay, this is a big one. Attractive men sometimes face unwanted attention or flirtation, which can blur workplace lines. Obviously, from the woman, right? So, bro,
Hey, that's sour relief right there. I already know what he's talking about. Before he even get into his spill, I already know what he's talking about. I already know what he's talking about. That's a double-edged sword too. Yeah. You can want the flirtation, but it can be unwanted too. Like, say for instance, you would try to bear you're in a relationship and you just down to going to work. Or you ain't gotta be a relationship. You just be like, I don't really want to shit where I eat at. I ain't really trying to deal with all this. So you're gonna have chicks that wanna work, that wanna flirt with you and stuff like that. I'm gonna see what he say first, and then I'm gonna get into what I was gonna say. I don't want to say what he said before he say it, but I watched the video, but I still don't remember certain parts, so I don't want to ruin it. So I'm gonna see what's up.
like this one is a big one. I have an example of this, right? So let me go back. How do I go back? Okay. I have a huge example of this,
Hey
right?
E, what's up, G?
There's a woman at my job currently who I had just met like last week, and we knew each other for like not even an hour, bro. And she was already flirting with me. Like I had just ran into her within the plant, and she just started striking up a
I
conversation
told
with
y'all it
me,
don't even take a week for y'all to get it. I just said that, didn't I? The first hour.
kind of like flirting, a little banter, like teasing. I'm not gonna get into all the details right now, but like long story short, like she was fucking with me. She was older than me. She was 31. I'm 25 for y'all who don't know. And yeah, like she was like, am I gonna see you before I get off? And she was like saying all this shit, like trying to
Hey,
ask
that's why I like
questions
older
about
chicks
me.
on the low though. Older chicks, hey, they be with it. Right then and there. They don't even be trying to play no games and none of that shit there.
Like, how old I was, all that stuff, right? Because women, they have to vet you to see if, it can be compatible, right? And I knew this girl for like 30 minutes, like an hour. And she's talking about, can I see you after work? Not after work, my bad. She said, can I see you before you leave? Come see me, right? And then even the next day, right, I saw her, and then she says, hey, boo. She speaks to me first. She says, hey, boo. And I'm just like, boo. And she's like, yeah. She's like, how you doing? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. How you doing? And she was like, I'm good. And she kind of just walked past me. So I don't know. Maybe she's shy, but I honestly, I feel like with her, it's more like she enjoys the flirt. And it's like, I'm not really giving it to her. She's attractive, but it's like, it's work. You feel me? So just long story short, bro, if you are dealing with a woman at your job and you like your job, I just wouldn't mix that with pleasure. Don't mix work with pleasure, because say something goes wrong, she doesn't fuck with you no more. She could start a whole bunch of nasty rumors about you within the job.
Exactly. And that's what I was about to get to. That's what I was about to get to. And the flirtation stuff and all that stuff could be good and hunky dory and everything. But the only thing with that is when they become your enemy. Because remember when I told you guys, when you're an attractive man in an environment, everything is times 10. Remember? Like if it was just like our average Joe or something like that, she'd probably blow up by the wayside. But the fact that like the way she said she was coming at him and the way they probably gonna be coming at you and flirting with you, it's gonna slap a lot harder than somebody they weren't really fucking with like that. You see what I'm saying? Somebody they weren't really dealing with like that. It's gonna slap so much harder. It's almost like a rejection sting to them. So we're like, oh hell no. You and you think you finna come in here and run shop up in here? Like, yeah, they finna spread the rumors. The worst thing you want is them to be your enemy, and the worst part you don't want them to be or a supervisor or something like that. But a coworker could be just as dangerous. Dangerous, yes, they can definitely do some damage if they cool with the supervisor and they both get together. Don't like your ass, yeah, it's cool. But if you got a supervisor that's cool with you and she's a woman and she like look out for you type deal, like that can be protection against that. I've been in that situation, so yeah, they can throw all that that BS away. So if you have the privilege with the upper with like the upper supervisors that's over like the regular supervisors, like the real boss, like the plant managers and stuff like that. Yeah, they can override a lot of stuff. You know, she can override. She can be if you got one of them chicks in your corner. Yeah, I'd rather have her in your corner than like that. But you know, like you said, you don't want to mix business with pleasure. But if it came down to it, if it come down to it, you want one of them on your side. You see what I mean? So that's why I ain't gonna lie. I unintentionally like I ain't gonna say flirt with the plant managers, but it just be happening. It just come out of nowhere, and they just end up liking me. I always like all the female plant managers I had always liked me, bro. Always, and they always had my back. And they was bending the rules for me and all. It just I can't really explain it. Like I would say, like they just going against company policies, but they was pulling some strings and stuff like stuff that I see they'll do for me that they wasn't doing for other guys. And I just saw it. They don't even come at me the same way they came at the other guys type shit. So when them like they do something wrong, they be like, man, yeah, they be on their ass. When they come to me, they be like, come on, now, you know what's up. Like it's almost like somebody that know you, but you. It's almost like say for instance, almost like your auntie worked there, right? She gonna come at them like a certain type of way, but she know you, so she gonna be like, yeah, come on now, you know you ain't supposed to be doing that. You need people, you know what I'm saying? They gonna give you the spill. They gonna come at you more like genuine, like almost like they know you more personally type shit. So it's cool. Like when you got the female like managers in your corner, a lot of that stuff from the woman scorn of coworkers and stuff like that, it can be vetoed by having that woman in your corner. Trust me, it's happened for me. But like I say, like he said, you don't want to shit with you. But if it come down to it, that can definitely be a card you can play.
Or worse, you can get fired. She could say you assaulted her. Unwanted
Oh yeah,
things that
Kelly,
could happen.
HR. Oh yeah,
I'm not
you on
saying
some
like
other
this is
game right
every
there.
woman, but it's best
So,
to like just keep that shit outside of work. You feel me? So that's messing with girls at work is
you ain't
your
never lied,
own
Khalid.
choice. I'm gonna just say that. If you want to do it, that's on you. But just anything that could happen from that, that's also on you. Okay? But you will get attention and flirtation from women, and it's going to be very subtle, right? Depending on the type of girl she is. So it's up to you to play that to your advantage. You can use that. Say there's a female boss who is flirting with you. You can use that to get you promoted. Get really close with her. Get really comfortable with her. Then she could say good things about you. It's how you use it, right? Because you're going to be perceived as attractive in all these different environments. It's just what it is. I hope I'm not getting too off topic. Let's go to school, right? So for y'all who are younger, college, high school, shit, even middle school nowadays, shit. Let's get into it. Attractive male students may be perceived as more confident or capable, regardless of actual performance. Again, halo effect, right? You see this stuff come up. Some of these points are consistent with each environment, right? So, you're automatically perceived as smarter, capable. Teachers may expect more of you too. Sometimes
I hate it too. Like yeah, because I was yeah. And that can also translate into sports too. They can expect you to be able to play better at sports as well and stuff like that without even proving yourself. First, get your ass out in the football field, and your ass trash. Now you know they already had that expectation. You see what I'm saying? So yeah.
teachers even may hate on you, right? That's on the other side of it. We're not going to get into that. These are all the pros right now, right? In a way. So yeah, regardless of your actual performance, teachers may automatically assume you need to do better, or they may want to see you do better, or even may give you more chances to do better, right, than the unattractive kids. This shit really goes deep, bro. I'm telling y'all. Next point, they often gain popularity more easily, which can impact dynamics and friendships. So, I would base this on my experience when I was in school. Yeah, because it's the halo effect still. It's always halo effect. People are drawn to you, and you've noticed as an attractive man that people are drawn to you. So when they
See, in school and college, that wasn't my time when that was happening for me, really. That ain't really the time it was really happening. I still had some dynamic because I had some muscle then and stuff like that, but I still wasn't really, like, I wasn't into a form yet. You know what I mean? So I still, I experienced some things, but I didn't experience things on the caliber as the, like, I guess you would call the Adonises of the campus type deal. And I already knew who they were. It was like some of the guys that was in the fraternities, some of the guys that was on the football team, and it wasn't just because they played football, it was because of how they looked when they, and all that other stuff too. So I seen how I gravitated, but I was cool with some of these guys. You see what I mean? Because they used to see me working out and stuff, and they like, because I used to play like catch with the quarterback on the yard. You know what the yard is, well, the plots and stuff with the Greek fraternities and stuff like that. But I was the only one that could out kind of like match throw him. Like we could throw for like an hour, and neither one of us got tired. And he was the starting quarterback. So everybody else arms is tired. I remember, I ain't gonna never forget that day we was out there throwing. Everybody else, like I out threw like 3 or 4 guys out there. And the fact that we was cool just by bonding, by playing like little stuff like that, some of the effect rubbed off on me because some of the people that he was dealing with would come deal with me, you know. So that's how I know the halo effect is crazy, because it can leak over into other, like, to other people that they associate themselves with. You see what I mean? So, like, but the thing is, other guys will try to gravitate toward that and try to take that, try to come around and be cool on some shiesty type shit to try to get a little piece of that. See, that's where the problem comes in at. Like, if the people that's coming around you as an attractive man, and it's not genuine, you're like, okay, it's cool, and you know, whatever, then yeah, you're gonna peep that, because they're gonna be like, okay, yeah, where the girls at? Because you can tell what type of guys is around you for the halo effect, that they feel like, oh yeah, if I'm around him, I can get the girls and shit like that. Because they always gonna be talking about the girls. Where the girls at? Where the girls at? What are they at? What are they at? Let's go get them. I know you got them all. Hey, put me on, bro. Put me on. That green ass shit, man. Them the ones that always, but like, they so chick fixated, and they feel like just because they're around you, they can get some chicks. It's because you get some chicks, and then as soon as the results that don't happen, that happen for you, don't happen for them, it's going to be a big problem. It's going to be a big problem, and all of a sudden you know, now all of a sudden you're a bad person, and all of a sudden they calling you names and all this other shit, starting rumors about you, talking shit about you and stuff like that, when they was just over there kissing your ass. See what I'm saying? So yeah.
see you, you stand out, right? That's gonna make them drawn to you. It's all about looks nowadays. So you're automatically perceived as good or whatever
What's going on, Les?
because you have a
What's going on,
social
Vicente?
capital. Your face is your face card is your social currency
Facts.
in today's day and age. When people are very shallow and very superficial. So if you look good, people are automatically gonna want to be your friend, gonna want you in their friend group, because at the end of the day, it's like a social capital for these people.
It is. It definitely is. It's like social capital. It's almost like it boosts their status from hanging around, from hanging around you. Because like, if guys like literally sit back and they see you pulling the girls, they want to come around because they want to have the same effect, or at least have a front row seat to see how this shit is being done. But the thing is, they can't relate because it's nothing that can really be taught. Really, it's something that you can work toward, and it's something that you're best with genetically. So it ain't, you can't really teach that. But like, especially if it's nothing like, you're in college by that time, so you probably should be in already started working out in high school, or you know, or something like that along them lines. Get some newbie games or something around that time or whatever. But a lot of those guys that's going into college athletes, and they was most likely athletes in high school, so they've already gotten their newbie games, so their physiques are already to a certain point at this point. So it's reaching a lot more maturity around this point. Even if they're coming from high school to freshman year, we got freaking high schoolers squatting 365 for reps and stuff like that. Now I didn't seen high schoolers they're getting way stronger. They're benching 225 in high school right now. Like, I don't know where y'all been at, but guys are benching 225 in high school right now, bro, for reps. You hear me? These Jets a new breed. Gen Z a whole new breed out here, man. So like you see what I mean? So damn, I almost feel like I forgot the point I was making. But yeah, people, they want to be around that. You see what I mean? They want to be around. They see that you're getting the chicks, but they're not blessed with that. Probably not genetically, just keeping it a buck, and they haven't worked on their bodies either. So they're kind of going into college as a stringy high schooler or a fat high schooler, or, as a fat guy or stringy guy or something like that. Somebody that's never really touched, done anything, any weights or anything like that, and don't really have any genetics that could try to hold the weight of not being able to work out. So you got those guys that's on the sidelines. And I felt like I was one of those guys at that point in time until you know, I don't know. I feel like I was in college. I was up and down in weight. So it was one time when I was really like lean. I had a girlfriend and all that stuff like that, and that was a whole nother halo effect right there. But I don't want to get all the way off the point. The point is, they want to be around guys that they see that's getting the chicks, and they want to see how it's going down. They want some of that stuff to rub off on them. And I've seen this so much because I told you guys I went to 2 colleges, so I've seen this dynamic happen so many times. And like, just from me hanging out with that quarterback, all was, automatically like gave me access to his social circle, and that is a real thing. And that wasn't me trying to actively infiltrate his circle, like trying to come around and be cool, because they can tell when you do that. Like I said, you're on the fuck nigga shit, you trying to ask where the girls at and all that shit. That shit gets annoying because they know what you over there for. Like, it's different when they invite you in and they see qualities in you and stuff like that. See, me, I didn't see much of myself, but they saw other stuff in me that I didn't see in myself. Because in that case, they weren't really inducted me. You see what I mean? So, and it wasn't just because I can throw a football good, it was other stuff too. So just being around and hanging around, just gave me access to that.
Especially for the unattractive people, right? Not saying you're better than anybody or nothing like that, but attractive people often make friends easier and often make enemies easier. It's your job to decipher who is who and who you can trust, right? So it's really important to be very observant as an attractive man, okay? You'll find that making friends is very simple in school and, those environments. It's just like the movies, like where there's the attractive football player who's getting all the girls. He's got all the sports guy friends. We see it all the time in movies, right? It's very true. So stereotyping, they may be unfairly labeled as players and not taken seriously in academic settings. Let's talk about it. You go to school, right? You're with the same people. You see them all the time. You got the same classes with them, so they know how you move. The girls be watching, right? If you talk to a lot of girls, it's gonna get around, bro. Trust me, bro. And that could work to your advantage. I wouldn't even see that as a disadvantage, bro. If you're labeled as a player, use that shit to your advantage. Women like a man that women like, even in that setting, bro.
Definitely can. They definitely do. And the crazy part about it is, in the public, the chicks who talk shit about it, they'll talk shit about it. They'll be like, "Oh man, he did see that, he that." They really want to be next in line. As it is really how it be. They plotting their way to get next in line, or they just mad that they're not in that rotation. A lot of those times. Like if they felt like they had the chance, or they felt like they could like get into it, because a lot of that can come from insecurity. But yeah, it's not about what they say, it's about what they do. I done seen chicks crawling in and out of dorm windows and all the stuff of the same guys they was talking shit about. See what I'm saying? So, it's neither here or there.
If you're labeled as a player, you just run with that shit. Don't call yourself a player. Do not. But I'm telling you, women like men that other women like. All the women are chasing the top percentage of men, even in the high school, middle school, college dynamic. They all want the athletes, the guys who are in shape. The top guys within the school get all the women, bro. The players get all the women. Ain't nobody looking to really settle down in high school. Like everybody just having fun. So just have fun, bro.
And what the top guys and stuff like that looks like in college is pretty much going to be the football players. Even if you ride on the bench, you can still be there because like most likely if you're an athlete, you pretty much got the physique and all that other stuff. And even if you kind of like a lame as a football player and you got the physique, you can. It's still some chicks that plot on you too, bro. Like that. Don't let that nerdy geek shit uh fool you. Don't let it fool you. I mean, because like a lot of stuff could be so. That's another thing too. I might make a video about what being in college taught me about women too, because I'm gonna leave that for that. But just know I've seen some unbelievable shit that goes against just about everything people be saying on this dating shit that I've seen in college. So I think I got a lot of. I'm getting a lot of video ideas from you, bro. Appreciate that, G.
Be safe. Have
I
fun.
ain't for the
You
lot
know.
to you.
So if you're not taken seriously or seen as a player, just play into that. That can work for you. All right, last one, right? This is the most important one
Oh yeah,
because this is where strangers come in, and
it's
it's
a
like a whole
stomping
bunch of
ground right here.
different add-ons that could be potentially harmful or good. Okay, people are crazy, so this is the most important one. Extra attention. Strangers may stare, approach, or strike up conversations more often. All right, let's get into it. Kind of self-explanatory, but people will ask you for directions,
Yep.
even if it's something obvious. They may just want to talk, approach. Hey, do you know where this is? When it's literally right around the corner.
I swear this stuff happened to me all the time, like especially in the grocery store. You know what this is, or I'm like they ask me like I got on a work uniform or something like that, and what I have on has nothing to do like with work uniform. Y'all know me, I'm always wearing something like a black tee, tank top, or something like that. Something especially that's always accentuating my physique has nothing to do with any of the store colors or nothing at all. So I'm definitely not being mistaken as an employee. And I ain't gonna never forget this one time I was walking with my buggy in Walmart, and this guy I was coming out, he was coming out the bathroom, and he just called and just told me like, man, I gotta come and pay this, uh, I gotta pay my cell phone bill, man. Oh man, it's crazy out here, man. Like, hey, just live life out there. I'm like, why are you telling me your life story out here, bro? Like, just go and pay your phone bill and just be on your way, bro. Like they start telling you all kind of shit, like personal shit and all that, like asking you about stuff or what do you think about this? What do you think about this item and all that stuff. They just really just be wanting your input on shit like that. That is part of the halo effect. He was definitely spot on with that.
They just perceive you, again, halo effect, as someone who knows stuff. They can give you direction. They can, attractive people, they think, oh, he looks smart. He can tell me where this is. Or he can help me do this. So even just like with so say you're going to the grocery stores in the register.
And another thing too, one of the ways they come up, they'll be like, "Oh, you look like the man with the plan. Hey, what should I do with this? What should I do with that?" Bro, that's happened to me so many times. Like they'll walk up like as I was like, "Oh, and I'm gonna keep it buck. It's white people that's done that, but they be like, "Oh, you look like you're the man with the plan." I've definitely that's happened at least 5 or 6 times for real. That's crazy.
Line women, they may talk to you, they may be a little more friendly with you. Some of them are just being polite, so it's often hard to gauge it, right? Some people are just very polite. Say you go to restaurants, right, and you see the reviews and all these people have had these bad experiences at that restaurant, but every time you go there you get great service. That is a big thing too, that you're attractive, because attractive people get good services when they go out. Trust me.
That is a fact, bro. That is a fact. Like I done had chicks give me, chick waiters give me free appetizers and stuff like that, bro. Like great service, bro. Like at my last job or whatever, the guys that was working at there was like this deli place, and we went up there. I was getting ice cream because it was like one of my little, my cheat things. But my activity level was so high there, I could eat ice cream 3 or 4 ice creams and still be in a huge deficit because of my step count was insane, probably about 30K plus. But anyway, I was going to get some ice cream, right? And every time, bro, every time this chick was there, because I had my stringer on, I ain't gonna never forget. I had my stringer on. Ever since then, she was like, "Oh, just take it." I was like, "What?" I had my wallet out and everything, and like everybody in the crowd was looking like, "What the hell? Why you get free ice cream? Charge everybody else." She she was like, "Hey, just take it, just take it, just take it." And it's crazy because like it wasn't just what just employees. I thought it was just okay, yeah, yeah. She know I'm an employee, right? Charging the other employees, but then charge me, which is crazy. It was some guys that was like they didn't like that was back there that didn't like that. There was some of my coworkers they ain't really like that. But the chick she was giving me free stuff. I went to the other company and those chicks were starting to give me free ice cream and stuff like that too. It got to the point where everything was starting to be free. It's like I was like, dang, I got my wallet out and everything ready to pay, ready to pay. Hey, oh, just go ahead, just go ahead. Like I'm like, just every time, bro. Like I'm like, bro, are you serious? Are you serious? I'm talking about charging everybody else in the line because I was standing in line for a while, so I'm watching everybody get charged. And I walk up with mine. Okay, I got my stuff out. Okay, I already know the drill. Oh, just go ahead. See ya. I'm like, what? Every time there's a girl there, it's almost like I know I'm finna get it for free. Every time there's a girl there, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna say every single time. I knew it was well at that point at that those particular establishments. Every time I went there, and now and every time I went, I was expecting to pay. Just because she gave me something free last time, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna come up here and expect this shit every time. So I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna have my card in my hand, and I'm gonna be ready to pay every time. Every time they shot me down. They rejected my card, gave me ice cream for free every time. It was crazy, bro. It wasn't just whatever I wanted, it was for free. Whatever I picked out was for free. So like it's just crazy, bro. But like sometimes, like I told you guys about the fast food, getting extra fries, getting extra stuff. Check to slip the number in on a what that was the receipt paper one time, saying you find the elf. Like that was crazy, bro. Like it always be some funny stuff too. Like when it's you walking in a Burger King. See, I don't go to fast food restaurants like often and stuff like that, so I don't necessarily see that dynamic. But sometimes if I go in there for somebody else or something like that, and I'll see them, no, it always be some type of dynamic. But it's a high chance of it happening if it's a like all female staff. But if it's like a male staff or stuff, like I already know. Okay, yeah. But when it's a lot of women, bro, like it just I already know what's up. I already know what's up.
It happens, especially in like the restaurants or any type of service business. If the person who's servicing you sees you as attractive, they automatically put you like as like in their mind. It's like you're higher on the pedestal in their mind of importance. So if you see all these people had these bad experiences and you never had no bad experience at a place you've been to frequently, you're attractive for sure, right?
And then
Even
on top of this, and to double down on this, I was in a predominantly white space, so I was basically getting pretty privilege, handsome man privilege. I put it like that, handsome man privilege, and then in a predominantly white space. Think of that. The people from the outside looking in like, how dare she give him ice cream for free? They was looking at me crazy because this is a place where you can get crazy looks and all kind of stuff like that. Like my last where I worked at last, it's definitely a predominantly white space, and there's a lot of people that come from places that are, I'll just keep it a buck, they're racist. So yeah, that was the first time I actually experienced racism like blatantly to the point like with looks, the microaggressions and all that stuff like that. That was the first time I actually like experienced that for real, for real. And like the way that they looked at her, she didn't give no downs and proceeded to charge their ass and gave me stuff for free every time. Like, bro, like the fact that I was getting that treatment in that type of environment is crazy. That was insane. That's unheard of.
let's talk about
And that's how you know that attraction transcends uh racial preferences and stuff like that too.
events,
It's a fuck you
right?
to society.
When you go to events and there's lots of people around, say you're walking through, you looking good, you got your cologne on, smelling nice, got a nice fit on. You know what I'm saying? The girl's gonna stare. You know, they may even walk past you and then look back at you so they can look at, at the finesse. You feel me? It's gonna happen. They may approach you, but 9 times out of 10, they're probably just gonna look at you, right?
Mm.
So it's up to you to gauge that interest in women, right? Because they're gonna stare, they're going to stare, and if they look at least twice, then you know it's not an accident.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
that's what I always say. So yeah, you'll get people to strike up conversations in each of these events, in each of these settings. So at events, grocery stores, restaurants, not just women, right? Men too. So yeah,
definitely, definitely, bro. Because you definitely, I know y'all experience like male orbiters, bro. The ones that just come up and just, it's almost like it's like the like say for instance the big homies in the hood, right? If anybody knows, just make that dynamic. The guys that just walk up and try to be around them and try to be cool with them and shit like that. That shit happen to us. And that shit happens to us. They want to come around. It's almost like they want to be down. They want to get down, whatever it takes. Like, bro. Like, hey, I see what you're doing, bro. Like, but sometimes it don't be glazing. Sometimes it do be. It's like a thin line between the glazing and like the like admiration. It's kind of a thin line toward that. They doing too much that shit glazing, but they be like, okay, yeah, I thought, well, okay, I can accept that. But when they get around you and they trying to be around, they trying to know everything about you, trying to pretty much be a shadow and all that shit glazing.
let's go into the next point. Politeness or friendliness can be
Shit, like some
mistaken for
fanboy shit.
flirting, creating awkward interactions. This one, I wasn't sure about adding this in. I wouldn't say it's awkward unless you're an awkward person. But yes, sometimes being a woman, just being polite, because that's what they just do by default, because they have to be sometimes, because men are scary. Let's be real. Some of you niggas just be looking like you about to kill somebody. I'm gonna be honest. So sometimes women are polite by default, and we think it's flirting. That again, you need to learn the signals cues that a woman gives. Is she playing with the hair when she's talking to you? Is her body facing
The preening thing, yeah. And I noticed that like across the board, all women do that. All women do that preening thing, bro. When I it gets to the point now when I walk past and I see a chick look, and it's crazy because chicks got while you playing, you think when she walk by you and she playing with her hair out of nowhere, but she ain't even look at your ass, bro. Chicks can look at you without looking directly at you. I didn't peep this shit. I didn't literally peep this because I was like, she ain't see me, but as soon as I walked past, she did that. She did the preening. And like you got to take the preening serious because it's an involuntary movement. It's a nervous action. It's a yeah, and it's basically it's guilty toward like I mean it's definitely toward attraction to what they just seen. But they can look out the side of their eyes. They got great peripheral vision. Chicks definitely got great peripheral vision, and they ain't got to because that's their way of acknowledging you without giving you like direct validation. You see what I mean? Because chicks are always trying to hide the fact that they're attracted to guys in a lot of ways. So it could be an intimidation factor. Some chicks will look directly at you. A lot of chicks will look directly at you and then do it too. But it's a lot of them that passively, when they walk past you and they're preening, man, it's out of nowhere, but they ain't really look directly at you. They saw your ass. Trust and believe me, they saw you. That shit ain't come out of nowhere. Because especially if you're walking and you see them at least 5 to 10 paces ahead of you, and they ain't doing none of that shit. But as soon as they cross your path, they preening. Come on, bro. That's no coincidence. That is no coincidence.
towards you when you're talking to her? Is she giving you good eye contact? Is she engaged in the conversation? Is she sending shots at you? Subtle shots. It's always going to be subtle with her. It's never going to be direct. So you have to learn how to gauge, okay, is she just being nice to me because she's just being nice, or is this flirting? Right?
240
So
jizzle. That is a fact.
always
See?
go into interactions with, I don't expect anything to come of this, but if something does, I'll act accordingly. If y'all are vibing and the conversation is flowing nicely and you feel like it's not a friend vibe, ask for her number, ask for her Instagram. The worst she could say is no. You feel me? I personally just go for the Instagram. I don't really like to give out my number like that, you know?
And the reason I like the gram too is because they have more opportunities of exposure to you. Like they can see what you're doing, they can see some of your pictures, they can see kind of some of the life you live and stuff like that. And like I've noticed that giving the gram instead of the number is more of a like it's almost like a prolonged thing too. Because if you just give her the number and she don't hit you back, it's like, damn, it's just nothing at all. But it's no other stimuli there for her to see as well, or none of that stuff like that. Now I'm not saying you waiting around for it or you trying to just be like, oh yeah, I hope she texts me. We ain't doing none of that shit. I'm just saying it's more of an opportunity for her to like see you more and more and more because it's the Instagram and the social media is more of like constant exposure. You see what I'm saying? It's more constant exposure. So she's definitely catching wave after wave of seeing you as the man that, attractive man. She's getting wave after wave of that coming from you. So she see your stories, she see your pictures, you see all that stuff like there. And it's like every day she's popping up on your stories and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Constant exposure. That's the way that it's done digitally. You know what I mean? So like instead of being at work and she's seeing you every day, she's seeing you every day online. I got chicks watching me all the time online. Like that. A lot of guys got like chicks that's watching them. Some chicks are watching them for other reasons. You never know what reason she's watching, but the fact that she's watching, period, is always more opportunities for them to step from time to time. So that's why I like the social media instead of the number. In a lot of cases, like they can have both. I wouldn't say have both, but in the beginning, I don't really care about the Instagram. They'd be like, "Oh, that's not getting her. It's just the Instagram." But bullshit, man. That's constant exposure, and if you're that guy, it is what it is. She's just gonna get wave after wave of seeing this attractive man that she met.
I feel like Instagram is
I
just
personally don't see a problem with it. I mean, it just is what it is.
better. Okay. So basically learn the signs a woman gives when she's interested so you're not mistaking it for just them being friendly, right? The last one, right? Security versus threat. In some situations, being attractive and confident can be seen as intimidating rather than approachable. Women will get intimidated, even men will get intimidated. Sometimes this can end up bad, right?
Definitely.
You see it time and time again. Some attractive men out here are getting shot, they getting killed, they getting in fights, and then boom, they getting shot.
That's a fact.
Like there's been 2 instances that happened recently where I've seen attractive men get killed for no reason, like just because they was getting hated on. Just they got killed for no reason. I wish I could pull up the examples now, but this video's already.
No, I know exactly what he's talking about. That's very unfortunate, bro. Like these guys, that's why you guys be careful. But at the same time, like even like in these types of environments, you still be respectful. But if you see guys like me, at this point, I just ignore a lot of like stuff like that. I don't go back and forth with guys. I don't try to mug back. I don't try to do all the other stuff because it just gets. It's when you look at everything, and I play out everything in my head because when you go through all this stuff all the time, I'm used to guys mugging all the time, and I know why they're doing it. And it doesn't deserve your energy. It doesn't deserve your attention and none of that stuff like that. Like if they're not like literally like putting their hands on you and stuff like that, it really shouldn't go any further, really, to the degree. Really, I just ignore a lot of the shit because I see it, but I just ignore it. I look the other way. I don't give a damn if they see it as weakness or not. They'll see if I'm weak if they run their ass up. That's all I gotta say. But like I told you guys many times before, I don't give a damn about the press conference. It's about the ring for me. So I don't care about the stare downs and none of that shit there and all the shit talking and all that. But yeah, that's just basically how it is. And still be respectful in every environment too. Don't go around acting like an arrogant asshole, like, yeah, I'm shitting on you, brother, fuck all y'all, all that shit like that. But of course you looking for trouble. So on top of you already hitting on pretty much cylinders, you pretty much already rubbing salt and digging a knife in the wound that's already there when you walked in the room. Like, let your presence speak. Don't it's already having an effect on the environment. Don't, go in there trying to shit on people. If anything, like, you know, just be calm in the environment. You still gonna stand out, but and for those that's gonna hate, they still gonna hate anyway. But it's just gonna be more easily received if you're just there enjoying yourself and you're not really. Because I noticed, like, when I was in environments and they feel like, okay, yeah, yeah, I was getting the mugs. But one thing they're gonna realize is they can still get chicks even though you're still there. You see what I mean? It's like it doesn't completely ruin your chances, their chances of getting chicks. So like, even if guys think that they got one up on me because they came and talked to a chick that was coming and stand next to me and stuff like that, that's cool. I look at it as, okay, good. That's another guy that can just get off my freaking, get off my nuts. That's what I look at it like. Okay, yeah, you satisfied? Yeah, you got your girl. Okay, get the hell out my way. Stop looking at me. That's what I look at it like. Because a lot of them just feel like, okay, yeah, you just gonna take something away from them. And that's how you deal with a lot of those dynamics. And when you dealing with that shit every day, you come up with different ways to cope. Like, I ain't say cope. Fuck, I ain't coping with shit. We find out with different ways how to deal with it. You see what I mean? That's how you deal with that and how you operate with it. Because you can't keep getting it. Because remember, you're gonna be going through this shit every day. You can't be checking every guy just from looking at you all, thinking you're gonna have to keep doing that shit. You get many somewhat celebrity status, so if you walking around, you're gonna get that type of attention. You garnering that type of attention, like, over and over again from a lot of people. Think of how many people you gonna have to check a day. When you're going out to the club, you gonna have plenty of people like that. So you just gonna start shit with every guy that's looking at you funny? Come on now, you can't navigate like that. You ain't gonna never be able to have a good time. So me, personally, I just ignore the shit. I see it. I see the guys that try to walk close and buy and all that. Like the little shit, you just let that shit like slide, bro. That shit don't even really mean nothing. It don't make you a bitch. It don't make you none of that shit, because at the end of the day, the press conference don't mean shit. We done seen so many people talk so much shit at the press conferences, at the boxing matches, MMA matches. They talk all the shit, what they gonna do and this and that, but get their ass knocked out when they get in the ring. It's about what happens in the ring. It ain't about what happens at the press conference. So fuck all that staring, fuck all that shit talking and all this other shit. If they not directly like threatening you and all that shit, and it's just this passive aggressive shit, just let that shit go.
Kind of gotten long, but in some situations, bro, you gotta know how to protect yourself out here, because men are gonna hate on you. They're going to be intimidated by you. You get in a fight with them. Don't let you have muscles, bro. You know, when I say attractive men, I'm assuming you are in the gym. You take great care of your body, your face, all these things. So if you are a muscular dude, oh yeah, you're gonna draw that intimidation from men and women, right? And with the women, they may not even want to approach you. They may just look and look and look, and then when you look at them, they acting like they're not looking down. They over here on their phone texting. Oh, hey girl, you know, like they acting like they're not even paying attention to you. The whole time they
acting like they ain't paying attention to you. And once you look over there, they look away and they look down. Yeah, like I say, I go through this shit all the time, bro. So I know what the hell he talking about. I know exactly what the hell he talking about. I go through this shit so much, bro. And that's why I keep trying to tell you guys, when you go through this shit so much, that's what's gonna happen.
there. They know, some women know, when you look a certain way, oh, he's out of my league. Or, oh, I don't even want to approach him because he could reject me. Oh, I know he gets women. They talk themselves out of shit all the time. They rationalize not doing something because some of them are entitled to, they think that, oh, I just have to exist and men approach me, which is what has happened. Let's be honest. But it shouldn't be that way. But it is. We live in reality over here. They may just look, they may be intimidated by you, and they may think, oh, if I just look at him, he's going to come up to me because I'm the woman. And yes, as a man, you should come up to the woman. But in today's day and age, bro, I think it could be reciprocated some, because men out here, they getting charges just for talking to a girl. Like, it's that deep. Men are afraid to approach women, especially unattractive.
Yes, it's the leverage. Like, They want to leverage. The women want to leverage on their end, but of course, nowadays, like actually, approaching women, even as an attractive man, even though you're getting the truth and settles, can still be a situation. Can still be a situation, you know. So they can act like you know they weren't looking at you or they weren't giving any signs or none of that stuff from the beginning. They can just come out of the club and go cuckoo on you just for coming to talk to them. You know, hey, anything can happen. But I ain't gonna say this go out of fear of just don't approach the chick. I mean, me like I don't argue. I don't go back and forth with chicks and arguing all that stuff. When chicks start yelling, I walk off on her ass. I don't even walk back and forth. Even if she make a scene, I'm like, yeah, I ain't dealing with this bitch, and I walk off. That's why a lot of times like when chicks try to argue with me, it don't get nowhere because I don't argue with chicks. I don't go back and forth. I don't raise my voice. I ain't gonna do all that extra shit. I just never seen the point of going back and forth with a chick.
Man, because if you attractive,
Probably why, yeah, because probably why that's another reason why I ain't getting along with a lot of hood chicks. Because whenever they try to start that bullshit, hey, they start that raising their voice and all that shit. It was over with. I sit there, I listen, and now I'll be like, "You done?" They hated that shit. I ain't gonna. They hated that.
when you approach a girl and she has a boyfriend or she don't want to talk, she'll let you down easy. If you're unattractive, she just not gonna fuck with you. Oh, you harassing me? Get away from me! I'm calling the police.
I got you, Chris Ross.
That's a whole nother dynamic. I'm not gonna get into all that right now, but just know, as an attractive man, women may not approach you. They may just look, and it's up to you to invite them in. And with men, know that they may want to hurt you. Like literally, it gets that deep. So you have to know how to protect yourself. You have to be strong, because men are extremely, extremely jealous, and especially if a woman is involved, bro, they'll crash out.
Definitely will.
A lot of these girls be
Definitely.
having boyfriends. I advise you as an attractive man not to mess with a girl who got a boyfriend, because if he
Yeah.
find out about you, he's gonna want to fuck you up, and he really should be. I'm not saying messing this girl up, because that's you shouldn't put your hands on a girl, but like she the one who cheating.
Right.
But yeah,
And that's how I tell you guys, I was wilding, bro. I was wilding, bro. Like doing the most. You see what I mean? But hey, you live when you learn. Good thing, nothing like really like got out of hand with that. You know, y'all already, I already told y'all the stories, but yeah, it crazy. I'm delivered.
man, like I said, I'm not gonna get into all that right now. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like, I really broke this shit down, bro.
You definitely did. Hey man, going to give my bro a hand clap for that, bro, for sure. Cause you know, that was definitely some good work. Hey, y'all check
I
him
really
out,
hope y'all
bro.
enjoyed it.
Definitely check him out because his name's just Savvy. He has a good channel, bro. Good channel banner, by the way, for sure, bro. And he got like a lot of good videos, bro. Y'all definitely go and check him out, man. He's underrated in my opinion. Get that man the 1K roll. And let's get back now for the answer some chats and some questions that you guys have. So let's get back into this comment section and see what's up. Hugh underscore man, what's up with you, bro? I finally caught one of these lives. I thought Noto cut his hair. No, sir. Not happening. He said, Vicente, I don't know if I said that right, but I was confused and angry at first because I glowed up rather quickly. Only been 9 months since hitting the gym / looks maxing, but finding this community helped me understand all the dynamics. That's how it's supposed to be, bro. That's how it's supposed to be. Actually, to be honest, when I first started watching and I seen Ron Wills' videos, it was between Ron Wills, Steph is Cold, and I watched a little bit of C Boogie too around that time when I first was starting off. AMS too. Yeah, those were the big three for me. It was AMS, Ron Wills, and Steph is Cold when I first began. Listen to Brother No, experiences and game is on 100 more. Like minds relate indeed. Oh, for sure. Khalid, hey, appreciate that, son. 'Cause it took me a lot to learn this shit. Definitely took me a lot to learn this. A lot of experiences, a lot of stuff. It's okay. Chris Rocks 123. Hey man, I am a 6'4" guy in my 20s, handsome guy, and I am always lonely. Guys don't call me for events, and girls don't want to be friends with me. They just don't talk to me. Do you know why? Um, let's just say first, okay, let's tackle this. Do you get out in different like environments? This is not just about being invited. When you go out in different types of environments and you're standing out like that, you should at least be able to have some types of interaction. So you go out and you try to be more social too. Because if you just stand around too, especially as a tall guy, you can give off an intimidation factor if you say you're handsome and stuff like that as well. So it can be that as well. But at the same time, a lot of guys probably ain't gonna want to invite you because of the dynamic of they feel like he gonna take the chicks if you look the way you say you look. So I'm not gonna really expect too much from the guys like that. But as when it comes to women, you should like just socialize more, and they'll get more comfortable around you. That's a way that I've actually like broke ground with chicks that I knew that was nervous around me and stuff like that, and they told me around the end that they was actually nervous around me anyway because they expected me to be a certain type of way, and they figured out I was cool, and it was up from there. So you got to tear those walls down, and then just like I say, you got to do this in different environments. You got to get out and see different things. Don't confine yourself to one environment or something like that. So you say you want to be more social, you got to put yourself in more social situations so you can increase your social circle. It makes sense to do that. So yeah, just be more social, man. Like just don't be that guy, that tall guy that's standing up in the corner and when it comes to these events and stuff like that, like some weird shit kind of. So yeah. Um the Mellow FX finally caught alive. Yes, sir. I be getting fatigued from being an attractive guy. I had to self-reflect because I started fiending for a fade. Fiending for a fade, yeah. It'd be like that. Cause sometimes you get tired of like that little passive aggressive shit too. It'd be like that sometimes. I gotta catch myself sometimes too. But yeah. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for tuning in to the live. Um, it's gonna be up afterwards, so hey, um, yeah. So it's no